So now that we've gone over the topics of stoichiometry and percent yield, let's talk about limiting reactants. Our objective and essential question for today are to be able to describe and identify the limiting reactant of a chemical reaction. And the essential question, again, you all should try to read through your notes and answer in your summary after watching this video is, what is a limiting reactant? Now, a limiting reactant is the reactant that is totally consumed in a chemical reaction. It limits the amount of products being produced because the reaction cannot continue without it. Now, before we look at this in a chemical reaction, let's just look at it as if we are making a s'more. Because who doesn't like s'mores? So remember, when we are making a s'more, it requires a marshmallow, 2 graham crackers, and a piece of chocolate. And I'm gonna use this dark red for my piece of chocolate here. Then I've got my 2 graham crackers, my marshmallow, and my chocolate. That is one s'more. But let's say we had 6 graham crackers, and we had 3 marshmallows, and we had 2 pieces of chocolate. I want you to look at this and think about how many s'mores this would make. Well, we've got our 6 graham crackers here. So if we line those up, I'm just going to draw these out like this now for simplistic sake. So we've got the base of our s'mores, and we've got 3 marshmallows to go in the middle. But we only have 2 chocolate bars or 2 pieces of chocolate. So if each s'more needs a piece of chocolate, this is an incomplete s'more here. So the chocolate in this case is our limiting reactant. Some of you may like s'mores without chocolate, but in this example, we're going to say that we cannot make a s'more without a piece of chocolate. So our limiting reactant that is preventing us from making more chocolate or continuing on with that chemical reaction, that creation of a s'more, is the chocolate. Let's look at it in terms of a chemical reaction. This is creating water. So if we say we're starting off with 3 oxygen atoms and 8 hydrogen atoms, and we know that water molecules, the chemical formula for water is H2O, meaning it likes to have 2 hydrogens for every 1 oxygen. I want you to pause the video, think about it, and tell me what you think the limiting reactant is. So the limiting reactant in this case is our oxygen. So again, we can make our oxygens to make those into water molecules, and then we've got plenty of hydrogens. So many that we actually have left over. So anything that you have left over is our excess reactant. And whatever you run out of first is our limiting reactant. So hopefully this clarifies these concepts for you all, and I look forward to discussing this more in class with you all coming up.